Hello guys, so in this session, the first thing that we're going to do is just delete our examples folder. So in previous video when we downloaded Cypress, we got some sample spec files, right? So I told we will be deleting this because we're going to build from scratch. So just select examples folder and just delete it and move to recycle bin. Create a new folder over here, name it as tests, okay? And within the test, I'm going to create a new file. So in this session, we're going to check on the hooks that we have, okay? So when we talk about Cypress framework, or guys, Cypress as such, right? It uses Mocha framework. So Mocha has been in industry from a long time. It has been used as a unit testing framework, and like even developers have used it for that purpose. If you would see, right, this comes as a bundle with Cypress. So this is a bundle tool, and if you see, it has certain so in TestNG we have annotations. Okay, over here in Cypress we have hooks. Okay, so these are almost similar. In Cucumber also we have hooks. So these are the certain hooks that are possible. So we have describe, context, it, before each. Now I'm going to cover the difference between describe and context. Describe and context, there is no difference. If you are following a nomenclature, like describe is basically at suit level, right? It is like before suit in TestNG, and context is also at suit level. It is like before suit in TestNG or in JUnit as well. It hooks corresponds to @test hook, @test annotation in TestNG. Okay, so it corresponds to the test case. Okay, before is something that executes before all the test cases, which means before all the it hooks, and before each executes every time before each it hook. Okay, so before each test. So before each is equal to before method in TestNG, and before is equal to which is again before test in TestNG. Okay, after each and after are similar. After each will execute after each it hook, and after will execute after executing all the it hooks. It is test hooks. It only means it will execute only these test cases. You can chain it with it, and skip means if you chain it with it will skip the test case. So let's just quickly cover in over here. So first of all, I will write a suit. I will just name it as first suit. Okay, that is my suit. Now entire other hooks, right? So which whether it is a test hook or it is a before hook, it will be inside the suit. Okay, so let's just write over here before as well. Wait a second, guys. So the notation is similar, guys. So for the first parameter, even in suit hook, the first parameter is first suit, and the second parameter is an arrow function. If you need to understand arrow functions, so this is a JavaScript, guys, so you need to refer to JavaScript tutorials. I have explained it with very simple examples, all these concepts. So for before also, it is the same notation. You have to first of all give some name to it. So let's just name before all tests, and the second parameter would be the arrow function. Okay, and let's just log something. Let's just log console.log before all tests, so that we can see the precedence how it actually executes. Okay, and let's create one before each as well. Okay, so let's just say before every test case, and your arrow function. Okay, let me just log over here before each test, and let's create the actual test. Name it as first test. Okay, so again the same notation. Second parameter is fat arrow or a function, and over here let's just log my test. Okay, So let's just execute this, guys. So in order to execute the command, you just have to fire npx cypress open, right? So I have already fired it and my Cypress will be open. So just click in over here. It will by default start in the Chrome browser. Which browser is there? Yeah, running Chrome 91. So that is what was selected. You wouldn't see anything over here, but let's me just see the console over here. I have to just click on inspect and click on console. Okay, so this is how what gets printed before all tests, before each test, and my first test. Okay, so this is what we covered, guys. This is like before all tests. After that, before each test. So if I just have to copy paste this again, before each test, second time. Okay, let's not just copy paste this. Let's just keep as it is. Let's create another test as well in this file. I'll just make it as second test so that it becomes more relevant. So as soon as you save it, guys, Cypress will sense that something has been saved. So see, it has created a suit and it has immediately picked up second test. So before all tests, it ran, which is your before hook, and before each test, and then your test, and then again before each test, and then your test animation. But guys, so you could have just printed that as my second test, or it's already there. Yeah, so just console it as my second test, just to differentiate between the two. And if you will save it, it will print my second test. So these are the Mocha hooks, guys. So this has nothing to do with Cypress. I mean, like this is not Cypress commands. So this is like a bundle tool which comes with Cypress, which is known as Mocha framework, and these are known as Mocha hooks. So after each are almost similar, but we will just shorten the console for some time because I don't want to complicate. Because next video we will be covering the precedence of the hooks. What issues you might run into if you use these hooks at wrong places, right? So you have other files also, right, like within support folder and plugins folder like index.js, right? Next video will be targeted more towards like where you should actually be placing your hooks so that you achieve the desired result and don't run into the issues. Okay? So guys, do like and subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you.